Welcome to Hot Button Hashtags. My name is Matt. Today I want to talk about how to pay a compliment and how to receive a compliment. Looking at me, you might not think I know much about how to receive a compliment, but I've watched a lot of people get compliments and I've taken notes. But first we're going to talk about how to pay a compliment. I've seen people mess this up many times. You'd think it'd be easy. You'd think, oh, you look nice today. You know, that's a nice compliment. And typically compliments like that are received rather politely with a, oh, thank you very much, it's a new shirt, I wasn't sure about it, and this color was kind of iffy, but it really brought out like the color in my cheeks. My complexion is a little spotty, so I wasn't sure if yellow was the way to go, but it turns out, yay, it was. That sort of thing. But sometimes people have a hard time taking your compliment at face value, and they look deeper and they say, oh, I look nice today. What about yesterday? Did I not look nice yesterday? Did I look schlubby? Did I look like a bum? What's wrong with my clothes yesterday? That was my favorite shirt. I wore my favorite shirt yesterday. You didn't say a thing about it. You never know how your compliments are going to be received. So you gotta tailor it just right. For example, instead of saying, you look nice today, you say, hey, what's up? Done. You didn't even address how they looked. You didn't address the date. There's literally nothing for them to read into, but you acknowledge them, you notice them, and they're gonna, in the back of their mind, they're gonna think, oh, what about me is different that they noticed me and said, hey, what's up? They didn't look at me and go, ugh. They went, hey, what's up? That is like a friendly greeting, which means that there must be something pleasant about me today that they noticed, and then they arrive at the conclusion themselves. You see, you forced them to pay themselves a compliment. Very sneaky. You gotta think about it. Now, don't let your compliments just center around how they look, because we gotta cover all the senses. You smell nice, meaning, hey, I like your perfume, I like your cologne, your deodorant just kicked in, and I really appreciate that smell. It's very manly. That is very easy for someone to misinterpret. Or worse, you taste good, because then you probably actually, if you're telling somebody they taste good, your relationship is either like already past the point where you can take compliments the wrong way, or it's about to be past that point. Let's take a minute to just say this. You shouldn't go around tasting people without permission. Same goes with feeling people. Like, you feel nice today. That's not a good thing to hear. One compliment that is actually almost impossible to take wrong is if you hear someone singing and you say, oh, you sounded really nice. I love your voice. It was beautiful. I love to hear you sing. That one is not, it's almost impossible for someone to take wrong. So if you tell someone that they have a lovely singing voice and they get angry with you, you need to sever ties with that person immediately, because they're just a difficult person, and you deserve better. I mean, someone with your kind spirit going around paying compliments, you don't need to get yelled at. That person, write that person off. Just unfriend them on Facebook. Switch churches, move if you have to, but get them out of your life. So paying a compliment can be tricky. It's a minefield. You have to make sure that what you're saying and what they're hearing is the same thing. Am I spitting? And one compliment I would absolutely never advise you to make is this. Have you been losing weight? Never say that to anyone. Never say, because there literally is no right way to take that compliment. Is that even a compliment? I mean, I guess it is in a roundabout way a compliment. It's saying you look like you have lost some weight. You look healthier. You look thinner. You look like you are adhering to the social standards of beauty, which personally I don't really consider that a compliment, but it's intended as one. But you can't say that to people. You can't ask people if they've lost weight, because that implies that, boy, oh boy, were you ever a chubbo, and now you look like maybe you skipped a donut. You can't say that. And what if they haven't lost weight? They're going to be like, oh, snap, maybe I should lose some weight. Or if they have, maybe they could be like, yeah, about 500 pounds, like 6 months ago, and you didn't notice? Well, now you blew it. It's the same thing with hair. If somebody gets a haircut, you got to be real careful, man. You got to tiptoe around that one. You can say, hey, did you get your hair cut? Or didn't you get your, maybe colored? Or is it lighter? Is it darker? Then you have to basically admit that you don't really know what that person looks like. I'd avoid that one also. Okay, here's my advice on paying compliments. How to pay a compliment. Just don't do it. How to receive a compliment. Someone tells you, you look nice today. Don't get angry. Don't get upset. You probably looked nice yesterday. They just didn't get a chance to tell you. If they tell you, you smell nice, say, oh, well, thank you very much. If they say, you taste nice, say, excuse me? Now, if someone tells you that you look like you've lost weight, I'm not going to tell you whether or not to be offended, but just know that this person is investing time in you. They want you to feel good about yourself. So, take that for what it's worth. I would have to say that the best way to take a compliment is just to say, well, thank you, and leave it at that. So that is how to give and receive a compliment. Thank you so much for watching.